respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung kính đại đức tận tình, vị thứ pha vội cấp nhật thiết chúng sanh, tinh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh tỏa tư ly khổ đạo lạc, tớ chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Nan Tô Sư Chế Đô Ye La Hơ Đi San Mèo San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Tạc Đắc Tha Tô Già Đa Gia A La Ha Đế Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I am able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Gu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai qian, Wan jie nan zao yu wo jin, jie wen de shou ci, yuan jie ru lai zhe shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Ching Liang, Great Master Xun Hua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors, Amitabha. Chư Phật菩萨Ching Liang Ta Sư Sư Phụ Sang Rần, Cơ Vị Trụ Cha Rần, Cơ Vị Sang Sư Sư Amitabha. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Đại Lương Đại Sư Thượng Tiên Hoa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 26th of July 2024. We're here at Go Force to continue discussing the prologue to the Avatamsaka Sutra. The Avatamsaka Sutra is the most profound in terms of wisdom of the Buddha's teaching to our world. And the prologue is a survey written by Great Master Ching Liang to help us have an overview of what it contains. And so maybe scholarly by nature, but it's a good chance for us to learn about the terminology in Buddhism. And because he realized that this is kind of theoretical, so every now and then he would throw in a few bones for us. So here he talked about a lot of stuff. It's okay, listen, don't worry, don't try to understand too much. We turn on the air conditioner just in case, to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. And so I like to come here because my room doesn't have an air conditioner. Don't know about you. I'm very clear to me. There's an advantage for me personally because I pretend to cultivate the way. That's why I don't turn on the AC unless I must. And people were very kind. They gave me an air conditioner, but it's not cool to hear that Master turned on the air conditioner because he can't handle the heat. What would my Korean disciples think? Anyway, So he's talking about cultivating the way. We started last week. I want to go through it again, just to kind of remind you, kind of give you some background information. Cultivating the way. The Chinese like to talk like that. They say we cultivate the way as if something special. I don't look at it that way. Cultivating the way, what is it? To live. To me, it's living. To live is to cultivate a way. And you say, but that's not what I do. I assure you, if you hear, and you keep on coming here, that is cultivation the way. And we don't have to call it cultivating the way. It's like if you want to get, do the air conditioning on Friday night before you go and have fun, drop by, have a few minutes and listen a little bit. That's cultivation. Because cultivation, to me, is this way of life. We're trying to improve the quality of life because we only have one. We are all trying to have a better life. We just don't know how. And this is nice to know that if that's your aspiration, to live better, okay? And then the Buddha's, in his infinite wisdom, his disciples, he taught his disciples that way. Buddha shared with us how to have a better life. What is a better life? Okay, and he's going through that. Okay, so he says, okay, so don't be taken aback by the big words these Chinese like to use. We have some few Chinese people here tonight, all due respect. Okay, we appreciate your wisdom, but it's too Chinese. So it bothers me too, because the Chinese like to say we cultivate the way, and the Vietnamese pick it up and say we cultivate the way. Okay, so I'm not impressed, especially by those who pretend, who claim they're cultivating, including my own master's disciples who walk around saying, I am a true cultivator. If you're a true cultivator, you don't see it as cultivation anymore. You see it as just living. You think that cultivation is something different from living? Then you're so wrong. Cultivation is to have a good life. And once you understand more, you understand that to have a good life involves having a meaningful life. You can be ourselves in our imperfect, inadequate, unimpressive. Okay, I don't know what other, I'm too hot, so I can't function. I ran out of adjectives that begins with in. Okay, so anyway, you find that our lives, doesn't matter what you call it, we have more disappointments than not. So that's why the in come in. Inadequate, incomplete, in whatever, okay? And that's life, okay? There's no need to sugarcoat and say it's cultivation. To me, cultivation, the way the Orientals or Asians call it, is like running away from life, as if life is undesirable. You're so unhappy. Okay? Cultivation is to make the best out of this life, and that's wisdom. Wisdom is not something so remote, so refined that is only reserved for the select few. wisdom is for all of us that we have, that we can draw upon to have a better life. And that to me, that's cultivation right there. Okay? So don't be impressed, because I'm not impressed by the way that these Chinese people talk. But we learn from them and say, it sounds good, but you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? But he said, but they have some good point. He says, if you want to be better, if you want to like yourself better, you want your husband to like you more, eventually. Okay? It's not easy right now. Okay? It's going to take a while. But it's about the goal. Why you look at me like that? It's not looking at you. I just look at people. So he says, the master says, and this is very, very accurate. It's just the word used are not, it's too Chinese. It's not, you don't listen. Like I'm talking to you right now. You don't simply listen. And then it goes in one ear and say, okay, that sounds good, and then and that's it. No, listen to this and you see how to apply it to your life, so that if you can apply a little bit of that, then you like yourself better. The intellect, the scholars, they want to have knowledge only, and they talk and talk and talk. We want to live it. You want to make a difference. We want to not waste our time. Because you're still young. When you get to be my age, you look back and say, what the heck did I do with my life? Now I have no hair left. And whatever I have is mostly white. What the heck happened? I wasted my life. For what? Okay? And so, some of you have been losing hair a lot faster than I was losing hair. Anyway, this is a side commentary. So he says, don't simply just listen. When you go, you stop by here for 5-10 minutes, half an hour, and so forth, and and you stand up and say, okay, let's see, what did I learn today that I can use in my life? Okay, so that's what he means. You don't practice according to it. That's what it says in English. It says, how can I use this knowledge to feel better about myself, to help others feel better about themselves? Because if your husband feels bad about himself, he ain't gonna be happy. I think you know that by now. Again, I'm not looking at any of you in particular. Could be a wife, could be a girlfriend. Okay, and so that's why in Buddhism we learn about the words of wisdom from the Buddha. Basically, Buddha says you're doing it wrong. You should be doing this because you feel better. You're better off this way, and that's what the words of wisdom are meant for you to do. You hear and you say, it makes sense to me, and this is what I'm going to use in my life, and that is cultivation, folks. You like? Shall I continue, or you want me to switch back to Chinese? Chinese pure. I'm not pure. I'm like, what's the translation into this afternoon's chant? I'm pedicure energy. Okay, next one. Okay, and so you want to have a better life. Okay? I'm interpreting this for you. This is very Chinese the way they write it, and it's a good thing. You read it and say, "This is really accurate. This is good." But it's not expressed in a way that makes sense to people, to Westerners, or Western educated people like us. This has a Chinese flavor. Okay, it's good to have Chinese. Okay, but when I want Chinese, I go to Chinese restaurant. Here, it's not a Chinese restaurant, so we need to interpret it for you. Okay, so what is? You heard it. You heard the words of wisdom. So what is the word of wisdom you need to pay attention to? You want me to continue, or you want me to follow just the text here? Okay. He says, if you want to pay attention to, okay, is remove your emotional attachments. In particular, the emotion you're not willing to give up. Okay? He's not talking about what? What is he talking about? You see, this is what I have a problem with. When I first started, I read this thing too. And I said, it sounds good, but what do I do? You see? My master, Master Xunhua, this Chinese master, is a very, very wise man. But still, the way he talks is still too Chinese. Let me interpret for you. He says, you need to clean up your emotional attachment. What is he talking about? Your emotions that you can't let go. Anyone has any? I have a lot. I don't know about you, I have a lot. I have another, I have two. Two of us, we have a lot of emotional attachments. Yeah? Okay, so what do? He's talking about us. The rest of them, he doesn't care. So what is he talking about? Emotional attachment. You have so many emotional attachment. If he says, I can't give up, I can't see, I can't separate myself from, so I want you to understand, this is meant for you to say, yes, do you agree that we have a lot of emotions in our lives? Yeah? We do. Hallelujah. Okay? So, we can't give them up. That's true. So what to do? He says, you have to see through and put them down. And you can't. As a way to gain freedom. He says, if you want to gain freedom, you have to put them down. But so many. You see, that's my problem with these instructions. So let me interpret them for you. Yes, it's true, you want to put them down, you want to see through eventually, okay? But I only want you to start with the ones that are the heaviest, the one that keeps on popping up in your mind. Okay? Except for one. Which one? Emotional love. You don't have to get rid of it yet. Okay? Just between us. Let the Chinese worry about getting rid of the emotional love. We say, it's okay. We are Westerners. We let go of the other things. But emotional love, don't worry about it yet. Are we clear? Okay? Let Chinese be Chinese. Okay? It's okay. One Chinese, two Chinese, one Taiwanese, two Taiwanese. Let them be. Okay? Let them worry about their, all their emotions and attachment and so forth. We worry about what bothers us, except for love. Because Westerners, we love love. Is that clear? Because, I tell you why. Because love is that engine, that drive, that gives us the inspiration, the energy to keep going. There's no need to get rid of it yet. Don't be like the Chinese. I want to give up love. I say, yeah. They talk about it, but they can't. You ever seen a Chinese talking to each other, talking to Taiwanese, the Chinese look at Taiwanese? I see you haven't given up emotional love. You should become Chinese. You should be part of China. Never mind. It's a joke. Ha ha ha. Taiwanese find it funny. Ha ha ha. Okay? So don't worry about it. Okay? Besides emotional love, find something that keeps on, that you're so obsessed about. Okay? And try to undo that. And that's cultivation. It's real. Okay? Find one. What is it? Anyone would like to go around the room and see what is besides emotional? Yes, sir. What is it? Go.
I get depressed when I feel stupid.
You feel stupid?
Yeah, I get depressed.
Oh, that's too much. And what do you do then?
I use my other emotion of ambition to try to meditate more and stop doing things that don't help me.
You have to recognize feeling depressed because you feel you're stupid is stupid. Oh, does it make sense? If you realize you're depressed because you feel you're stupid, that's a stupid thing to do. Don't do it. Don't feel depressed. Get up, do something. Okay? So that you don't allow yourself to get depressed because you decided that you're stupid. That's nonsense. Do that. That's a good thing. That's improvement. You see? Because otherwise, he gets stuck on this quicksand. He says, I am so stupid. And then Li Ying says, I'm stupid. And then my boss says, I'm stupid. My support. So it's on and on. It doesn't matter. People will tell you you're stupid. We can't stop them. But you don't let them make you depressed. That's all. Including yourself. When you tell yourself, I'm stupid, okay? Therefore, it makes you depressed. You don't let it happen. You get up and you do something to deal with your depression. Okay? That's cultivation. Next, anyone else? That's enough. I think let's not get too personal. Okay, let's move on. Look at the sigh of relief at all these faces. Okay, and then he says, gain freedom, meaning that freedom is not, you see the point here, that's the way to gain freedom. What he's talking about, what is freedom? It's not more money. It's not living in a bigger house, going to Yosemite, go on vacation. Freedom is to let go of your heavy attachments. Isn't that beautiful? Because if to us, freedom is that I want to feel free because I want to make more money. Yeah? Is that freedom? Yes, you have a little bit of freedom because you have more money, but what are you doing to yourself? You're enslaving yourself to selling houses. I mean money, excuse me. Yeah? Okay? And so freedom, again, people of the world, they mistakenly think freedom is doing as they want, as they wish. Actually, freedom, if you have wisdom, is to get rid of your attachments. So you don't have to get rid of them all. Just get rid of the ones that bother you, that's heaviest in you. If, for example, you say, my wife rejected me, My ex-wife rejected me. Okay. Oh, I feel so sad. Okay. So what is freedom? There's no freedom as long as you allow your ex-wife rejecting you to make you feel bad. Don't blame it on her. It's your fault if you allow those memories to make you feel bad. Trust me, I speak from experience. It's not funny, trust me, it hurts. You don't know what it's like yet. Okay, and so he said, you don't allow that to happen to you. It's not her fault. It's me who allow myself to feel down because of her. It's not her fault. She's just being herself. I said, oh, you are inferior, man. I found a better man. That's life. You're not good enough for me. That's life. That's her choice. You have to respect her. How do I go into divorce again? Never mind. Let's move on. Okay. And so freedom. We talked about freedom. Okay. Freedom is not allow others' decisions to weigh on us. Okay. To cut down our attachment to those people. We need to bring forth the resolve of bodhisattva with all living beings. Well, maybe someday you'll be able to do that. So this is a reminder. Once you free yourself from your heavy attachments, okay? Your attachments, that's when you realize one more step is to be better by helping others. Don't just stop there. Life is not about just yourself. Life is about living with others. At least our lives. Okay? Yeah. And therefore, in order to live better with others, we should have the proper mindset of helping others, benefiting others, instead of like regular people. It's just me. They hoard, they grab, they steal, okay? They put it in the pocket, they say, vote for me, give me more money, okay? And so forth. Okay? That is unhappiness. Those people, they say, I'm so smart, I got you. Like monks like me, said, I have a new project. We're building, we buying some statues, and we do a fundraising. Would you like to give some money? And it's true, by the way. Okay, and when we got your money, we feel superior. Oh, I succeeded again. It's not the way to happiness. The way to happiness is we need to find ways to help you instead of helping ourselves. The premise is wrong. You live like that, you cannot know happiness. That's the point here in this sentence. Okay, Doki? Why do I sound like a preacher tonight? Okay, if I go overboard, remind me. Okay? Don't imitate self-ending ahas, more vehicles, just watch out themselves, attention to no one else. That's a mistake. Okay, he says, don't be like a lot of people, okay, who only think of themselves. It's some people, superior people in Buddhism, some people are pretty superior, called arhats, Pratyeka Buddhas and so forth. They said, I'm happy by myself, I don't need you. And that's a fallacy. Because you need us in order to be happier. That's what they did not, that's what they were not taught. So that's why it says, for the record, once you get there and you're free from your attachments, okay, there's one more step to be careful. Don't get stuck there. One more step where you will know much higher levels of happiness by helping others. Don't stop there. Okay? Okay, 9:36. Good evening. Okay. Yeah. So glad you could make it. I'm not attached to tardiness. I need to work on this. Okay. And so, so 9:36. Okay, this is from last week as well. Okay, he says when you're cultivating. Okay, again, cultivation. Okay, just understand what I just reinterpreted for you. What cultivation means. Okay, the four of you who came in late. You can check the video for the beginning of the thing, and I don't get upset. I'm not attached. Yes, JC.
주된 감정은 부정적인 감정은 아이들에 대한 걱정과 짜증과 화입니다. 그래서 퇴근하고 집에 가면은 애들이 게임하고 공부하라 그러면 싫어하고 몸에 안 좋은 거 먹고 아프면서 다음에 또 먹고 그래서 그냥 같이 있으면 같이 있는 것만 해도 너무 괴롭구나 내가. 그리고 너무 괴롭고 얘들을 잘 감당 못해서 앞으로 얘네들의 미래를 망칠까 봐 그것도 걱정되고 그러면서 내가 정말 지금 괴롭구나 하는 걸 느꼈습니다. 그래서 어제는 절로 도망쳐서 스님들이랑 밥 먹고 예불 하고 해서 다시 엄청 행복해졌습니다. 감사합니다.
You're welcome.
Master, my negative attachment is the worry to my children, anger, and to my children. After work, I go home and then I told my children to study, but they don't follow, and they eat only the bad things. And so if I'm with them, I feel suffering.
Yeah.
And I concern about their future.
Yeah.
So I felt suffering. So yesterday I went to the temple and I did a ceremony and then eat lunch together with Snim. So I feel better. So thank you.
You're welcome. Don't shave your head. That's an attachment. Okay? Listen, you try your best. Sometimes you have to embrace your children. Okay? If you try your best to be a mother and teach them, and they don't listen, it's okay. It's your job to tell them. But whether they listen or not, it's more than just you. Okay, it's about them. And the wisdom that I've witnessed all these years, 19 years of teaching here, is that you may mean well, but ultimately your children must choose to take care of themselves. Okay, they must choose right. And therefore, what works for our people is that if you feel your children are not listening to you, it's because your advices require more blessings from their part before they can take advantage of it. It's not their fault. You can't force them. So what you did is you planted the seeds of wisdom in them. Say, hey, son, you're not supposed to play, video games that much. Okay? And you should eventually limit yourself to an hour a day or something when you get older, like next week. Okay? You plant the seeds, you tell them what they're supposed to do. If they have wisdom, they will have blessings, they will listen to you. They don't have blessings, not a whole lot you can do. Okay? You have to wait. Okay? So wisdom is not about getting results right away. You plant the seeds, okay, for them to eventually get it. Okay? I would not worry about it, because here in the United States, unlike in K-land where you have so much pressure in terms of kids have to go to school, they have to be at their classes at 6 a.m., am I correct? 6 a.m., they have to show up in school already. Okay? And they don't get back home until 10, 11, because after school they have to go to tutoring classes and so forth. Yeah? I have some K people here. High school students like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I couldn't hear what she said. But the point here is that, you try your best. Here in the U.S., I've heard so many often that the boys here, they play video games, day and night, and one day, and the parents are just, I don't know what's going to happen to your future. And one day they stop playing and they study. Just like that. No rhyme or reason. Maybe they found a good-looking girlfriend. We don't know. But it just happens, and so don't worry so much. Your problem is you want to see results right away, like most moms. I want to see my children this way and that way. Instead, enjoy, drop the attachment, okay? Instead, enjoy it. I love you. I'm going to let go of my love for you, but I will not insist on seeing results right away when you must listen to me. Okay? That's what's bothering you. Okay? Anyone else who needs words of wisdom? Okay. And then next on slide 936, okay, we're going back over last week's slides because I want to hear you, to give you the whole story, okay? So we started here, and then we got 936. So again, you cultivate the way, okay? And it's true here. What he's talking about is that, he's so Chinese, but that's why I need to interpret it for you. He says here, what people don't realize, this is very, very wise, but it needs to be interpreted for you so that you don't misunderstand, because I know even the Chinese don't get this. It's very simple. He says, I'll give you the analogy, what he's talking about. Remember every day when you wake up in the morning? It's this morning. It's as far away as this morning. You woke up this morning, okay? Remember how you woke up? Okay, after one cup of coffee? Because the first thing you wake up, you say, I need coffee. Yeah? Especially if you have a hangover, like Koreans. They go and drink after work. And they crawl home and then wake up, really good. Okay. No, I'm joking. In general, for normal people, they wake up in the morning, you realize that when your head is the clearest, most peaceful. Agree? Yes or no? I'm asking you. If you haven't noticed it, try again tomorrow morning. You wake up the first few minutes there, your head is lightest and cleanest. Yes or no? Not her. This woman is in trouble. I'm the only one. So lonely. Okay? Trust me. Trust me. You are the purest and cleanest and most peaceful. You just don't see it, doesn't mean you're not. You're the hardest group tonight. Let's shorten tonight's class. Okay? And within minutes, you begin to think. Huh? Okay? That's what he's talking about. Originally, when you wake up, you're free. You're at peace with yourself. But it wouldn't last long. Okay? Because for you it's normal, because you've been doing all your life. You wake up and you have peaceful for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Okay? And then you start thinking, you say, oh, I need to go make up coffee. I need to go take a shower. Oh, darn, I'm late now. And my son is it's on and on and on. So you have all these attachments that build up. And that's why you start moving, you start thinking, you start planning, you start, chasing after things. You're disturbing yourself. You keep on forgetting that every morning you wake up there, your mind is still. That's what he's talking about. Your mind originally is at peace, but because of your attachments, you start plotting and planning, and that's a recipe for unhappiness. And that's normal. That's how we all live, okay? Don't go kill yourself, just because I told you so. Okay? So he says, this is how we live, so therefore you need to develop the ability, what they call, the Chinese call it cultivation. We don't. We call it life, live better. Okay? Because when you say cultivation, we can't charge you. Live better, we have a chance to monetize it later. Okay? And so you want to live better? Because you have to realize that first very short duration there, every single day, you are at peace. That you are relatively happier than the rest of the day. And therefore, cultivation means that you need to have more of those moments. The Chinese look at it as, it's your cultivation because you're superior, because you have wisdom. To me, I don't think they have more wisdom than we. They're superior than us. Okay? It's just that I want you to understand it's very practical in that if you understand, if you appreciate those moments of peace, of lightness in your heart, clarity in your head, then you are happier. Normal people think that when they start planning and chasing after the desire to be happier, they're so wrong. It should be a combination where you need to chase after money, okay, and then have a time where that they call it cultivation, where you need to be at peace. So there must be a balance. Whereas ordinary people, they don't have what these Chinese people call it cultivation. What they don't have is called balance in life. So that's why I'm reminding you, in the morning, you're at peace. You're lightest. You're free. until you start thinking, that's when you get in trouble. That's what he's talking about. Get in trouble, therefore, but that's normal, that's life. Because if you love your husband, ladies, you have to go to work. Okay? And so, it's normal, it's part of life for us to go and torment ourselves because we love our husbands. But then, you need to learn to find those peaceful moments during the day. And that's cultivation, folks. That's living better. The Chinese call it cultivation. I call it live better life. And it's real to you. It's not something you have to wait till going to the temple and wait and hope the master turns on the AC. So that you don't have to complain, you know. Okay? That is cultivation. That is to live smarter, live better, and better, and better. Live better is that you have more of those peaceful moments during the day. It's not something live better meaning you give up everything. You give up your children. If they don't behave the way you want them to do, then you encourage to run away or give them away, whatever. No, it's part of it. The boys will be misbehave and they don't listen to you. They're just being boys. Look, some of them grow up and it's just the same as when they are younger. You know, they don't listen. It's normal. Okay, and you cannot let them make you unhappy. They make you unhappy, but then you say, okay, that's enough. I will have a peaceful moment for myself. And that is cultivation. No? It's different from the Chinese cultivation. Chinese cultivation is that they become enlightened, they become better than we. We love our wives too much to leave them. They can leave us, but we're not going to leave them. And vote for never mind. Hallelujah. Okay? Okay? And then next he's talking about, now he jumps too much. He goes from here, origin here, and that. This is true, but I want you to remember this. This is your state of wisdom. When you have real wisdom, you're like a mirror. Okay? It's a very interesting concept. Wisdom, the innate wisdom in all of you have, okay? Why do you think you're peaceful? Let me connect it for you. I taught you about try to have more of these peaceful moments, where you feel at ease, you're comfortable, you're not afflicted. Okay, those are the criteria. It's not like I'm not angry. No, you feel at peace within yourself, without needing anything. You don't need monster drinks. You don't need coffee. You don't need wine. Maybe a little bit of non-alcoholic beer. That's okay. Okay. What happened with Xienan Suning? She's into non-alcoholic beer, that's why. I sent her to Germany. I asked her, how do you like beer in Germany? She said, oh, fantastic. Everywhere she went in Europe, she had non-alcoholic beer. Truth comes out. Okay, so what he's talking about here is that The mirror wisdom is that when the matter, when something, the mirror is by itself is empty. That's your state of peace. Okay? But you're not living by yourself. It's like a mirror in our gym. Did you know we have a nice mirror in our gym? Very nice, very fancy. I mean, it's so fancy. The mirror I have at DTT pales in comparison. I can't see myself in the mirror at all at DTT in gym. I was squinting my eyes at. Is it me or is it someone else? Looks like a gorilla in the mirror. But anyway, where was I? So that mirror right there is by itself is empty. Okay? But then all of a sudden a lady shows up in front of the mirror and she goes, and the mirror said, "What do you think you're doing to me?" You see that? Do mirrors do that? No. Mirrors say, okay, you want to do that? Okay. You find it funny, you a mirror, someone comes in front of you and says, okay? What do you do when people do that? When a woman does it in front of you when you're a mirror? Nothing. And that's what it means. When you're at peace and your son comes up and say, "Mommy, can I have some ice cream now?" You say, you don't care. Okay? Do you want ice cream? Go have some ice cream. You want to cut your fingers off? Go ahead. That's what reflecting means. Someone, the Chinese disagree. Yes, 4.
Yeah, the yin, I feel it's like respond in some way. So it's not exactly doing, I don't know, it's a question. Is it exactly doing nothing? Because if it's doing nothing, then it's like the second part, like still, right? So it does do something. Responding or...
Too Chinese.
No?
We American, we do nothing.
Like you have to respond to, if your son comes to you.
I just explained to you. You want ice cream? Go have ice cream.
Yeah, that's it.
You will cut your fingers? Go cut your fingers.
But then it's not always yes like that, right? Sometimes you respond differently.
Sometimes you respond differently,
Yeah.
But for the sake of simplicity, I just go. I'm happier without you. The mirror is so still. Okay? If you have real wisdom, you say, you want to cut yourself? Go cut yourself. What do I care? I'm the mirror.
All due respect, it's not still. The first part of the phrase is not still. The second part is still. So there's a difference.
Oh, if you cut yourself, I'm totally still. It's like the woman goes up, I'm still. I'm not afflicted. How ridiculous she looks. I'm not bothered at all. That is stillness.
Inside is still, but then you may still do things.
To Chinese, I don't care what the Chinese say. Stillness varies from people to people. Clearly the Chinese are so agitated. But for us Americanos, we are still. You want to hurt yourself? Go ahead. Be my guest. You feel lucky today, punk. Anyway, okay, it's different culture. Okay, so it reflects it. Okay, meaning that no karma here actually reflects it, means actually very precise. No karmas, whatever it means. You don't have to understand everything yet. Okay? Okay. No karmas. That is to reflect. That, by the way, between us, the Chinese don't understand 则因 he here is actually, to reflect it, actually means don't create any karmas. It's not the way that this Chinese woman understands. Yeah, you must respond in some way. No, I don't. Got it? See? Just prove to you, Chinese, even the Chinese don't get it. The thing is, I only reflect it. I don't cause, I don't create any karmas. You want to look ridiculous? Look ridiculous. I don't care. Okay, okay? When the matter goes, it is still. You like? No? This is American wisdom. All right. Any questions about that? Yes, sir. 7.
Amitabha Master. What should we do in the morning when we first wake up? So we do the routine, go in the bathroom and brush our teeth without thinking, and then
we try to prolong that peaceful thing as long as possible, and then we watch ourselves when we start thinking too much, like most ordinary people do. The thing is normal. That's when we slow down, when we don't have to. For example, we have a bunch of kids who we need to bring them to school by 9 a.m. There's a need there. You cannot say, okay, you don't feel like getting dressed? I bring you to school naked. That is stupidity, right? It's no wisdom in there. So that's why you say, okay, kids, okay, I give you 5 minutes. If you don't get dressed in 5 minutes, I kick your butt. That kind of thing. Yeah, okay, so of course, there's certain needs we need to do. So that's part of the movement that we must do because of our commitment, because of our obligations. Okay? But so we do those things when we don't need to anymore, and we become still. That is cultivation. Not the way they explain here, like I'm a mirror, I'm mirror on the wall. No. You don't know how often I read this, and no one really explained it to me at all, what it really means. In practical terms that everyone can use, it's not only for Chinese, it's not only for Americans, not only for Westerners, it's for everyone. Okay? Yes, 7.
Yes, it's very true, Master. I think I read the mirrors sample like 1,000 times, but this is the first time we hear that there no karma. That you.
Because tonight I decided to be a Westerner instead of Asian. Okay, got that? Next. This is where we're supposed to start tonight. And if I don't finish, I start over again next week. You hear? Don't ask any too hard questions. You have me hard questions, I get distracted, it lasts more than half an hour. We start over. I'm warning you. Okay? So that's why you have no affliction, no trouble. Okay? And he says, okay, he says, this is again so Chinese. You have the mirror, is represent your wisdom, and what happened, you don't want the mirror to be dust, get dust alight on your mirror, land on the mirror, so you need to wipe it clean. Okay, yeah, it's what it means. It means what it really is telling you is that your still nature right there, okay, and if you wake up in the morning, you know how peaceful you are for a very short duration. The older you get, it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Okay? Okay, until it's no longer, you don't remember anything anymore. I'm a president. Okay. Okay, so what it means is that when the Asian said, don't let the dust settle on the mirror, don't get confused. That's why you make sure you wipe it clean. You wipe it clean meaning you do things to still your mind. That's what Chan is. Chan is very practical. It's a way of life, folks. It's not something that you do it because you live next to a temple, you must do it. No. Because your neighbor does it. No. It's because you know you want to clean your mirror so that you will be happier. It's very practical so that you don't get agitated. So when you get agitated, you're afflicted, you recognize you're afflicted, then you need to settle down, meditate. That is ultimate cultivation, not you only come to the temple. That's not cultivation. Okay? So I hope I see you next year. The guy from Ukiah. He said, I don't need to come to the temple anymore. There's a words of wisdom there. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, and then one final piece of advice, he says, it's not just a mirror alone. Mirror is only an analogy for you to value your peace of mind. Don't allow yourself to be agitated. Recognize when you're agitated, then you need to commit to stilling your mind eventually, because it's for your own sakes, not for anyone else. That is critical. That is wisdom. Okay? You live better that way. Very simple, very practical. Okay? And then he says, in order for you to be able to do that, they fail to make the connection, but I see where he's going. But he's Chinese, he doesn't get it. Okay? That we Westerners need something more, a bridge, if you will, to Crimea. Okay? So, what he's talking about is, in order for you to be able to have luxury of calming yourself down and find more peaceful moments in your daily life, you need to have blessings by helping others. And this is what makes us different from the Hinayana, the other practitioners, the other cultivators, so-called cultivators. They say, they run away to the mountain, to the valley, and they They sit by the river and say, No, our secret, in order to live better, we need to help others. If you want to be happier, you need to help others. Don't look at the mirror and say, oh, mirror, mirror in the wall. Botox here. Okay? And so, Master Shua's secret, this words of wisdom, he says, you have wisdom, but it's, you want to make sure that you have more peaceful moments during the day for you. But in order to do that, it's only possible because you have blessings by helping others. If your only life during the day is to sell, and buy my stocks, buy my products, okay? Give me your money. I have, you can do with a tap of your Apple, iPhone. Okay. If you do that, you'll never be happy. You have to have a balance where, that's Master Shua was talking about. The second half of this slide here, he says, you need to spend enough time, dedicate part of your time to help others. For the sake of helping others, with no benefit for yourself. Zero for yourself. That's a mindset. Ordinary people, they only think of, like Zhong there, he only thinks about helping himself. Ask him. He says, how can I help myself? How can I help myself? How can I help myself? Okay? When he has wisdom, okay, then he begins to go, how can I help? I raise more money for Master. That's Vietnamese, by the way. Vietnamese wisdom. I like it. Okay, and so Chinese wisdom here is that if you want to be happier, you have to help others. You have to. And that's what he means taking a loss. Taking a loss meaning that instead of helping myself, let me help someone else. Let me benefit someone else. I get nothing out of it. Which is stupid to you, but that's wisdom. So what we're talking about is a balance. Okay? Yes, there's a time when you just sell. There's a time where you say, okay, no, you can have it for free. And not what he's talking about. Am I belittling this? You think bodhisattvas don't do this? They do this. Okay? But the Asians, the Chinese, they make it like, bodhisattva is so special. They only give. So that we might as well take it from them. Ask the Koreans. We send Chungin Sunim back. And there's rumors going around Chungin Sunim is enlightened or something like that. You heard of it before, okay? And so I'm warning the Koreans, try to ask for things from Chungin Sunim. He says, no. We train him well. Right, Chungin Sunim? Anyo?
Yes, Master.
The difference is that, we don't have to be nice to you. Chungin Sunim can be himself, his moody self. He doesn't like you, so get out of here. Okay? Any questions? Yeah, Narcissa. You like the nickname? Yes. I knew it. Yeah, it sounds like Russian, but it's not Russian. Yeah, what's your question?
Dạ thưa thầy, làm sao để mình biết được khi mình giúp người khác mà mình không có benefit bản thân mình? Tại nếu con nói con giúp thầy nhưng mà con không thích benefit con thì nó cũng đâu có thực sự là cái tâm con nó nghĩ vậy đâu, đúng không thầy?
Good thing I have time to think. Take your time home. This is a tough one.
Amitabha Master, so how do we know that we are helping others but not helping ourselves, benefit ourselves? Because I can say that I can help Master, but saying not benefit myself is something.
The answer is that when you say you're helping me, I know you're lying. Okay. How do you help yourself? Okay. Help. This woman is so convoluted. How do we know that we're helping? How can she know she's helping herself? Lloyd, go ahead. You know her better than I do. You hang out with her. And you know where I'm going next.
Sorry, Master, I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay, next.
No, it's not me.
I wish I knew the answer to Master.
See, I rest my case. It's impossible. There's no answer for it. If she doesn't even know, how can we possibly know is the answer? You don't know yourself. How can we possibly do? Liang, what do you think? Liang always has an opinion. Yeah. How can she know she's really helping herself, but not helping anyone?
Thank you, Master.
You're
if
welcome.
Helping
How?
So Master say you help people and you take loss, which means you help and you don't think. You don't need to think is it benefit who, you or someone else. Just help.
I like it. Does it help? No. This is no. Yeah, explain yourself. God, this is a tough one. A question are never straightforward. It's so convoluted, Actually, I mean by that. Remember the last question she asked? We spent half an hour going back and forth. This is what I mean, Actually, I didn't mean that. Go.
Dạ, cái tâm của con nó không có pure. Thì khi mà mình ngu si nữa thì làm sao mà mình biết được là mình, giống như con nói con help thầy là thầy biết liền là con nói xạo. Nhưng mà con thì nếu mà cái tâm mình vẫn cứ nghĩ là không, con đang giúp mà, thì không phải làm sao.
Oh, but it's not about you, okay? It's between you and me. It's different. She says, how do I know? I said, no. Listen. If you come to me and you tell me you're helping me, okay, I know you're lying right away. Because I don't see any money. How can you call that help? All these years, she thought that I was full. No, I never saw any money. That's American. So the Chinese say, oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate your kindness. In America, see what I mean? It's back and forth. You go ahead, 6, go ahead. Yeah, speak in Vietnamese.
Dạ, con muốn kiếm tiền mà nó ngoài khả năng của con thì sao này?
Translate. I have an answer for that too. I have the answers already.
Oh, Master, I wanted to earn money, but it's outside of my ability. So what to do about it?
I asked you today already, what kind of car do you drive? You know what her answer is? A Benz. I said, which model? What class? He says, a B. Okay? And she has no money. See, it's on and on. Go, continue. So convoluted.
I spend all my money on my car.
Vietnamese, I can't understand you. I need to think. What do you say to someone who says, my car is so expensive, my monthly payment is so high? Huh? So excuses after excuses after excuses. You see, that's why in America, we talk all you want, but eventually, will you buy my Bible for $15? Yeah? I need legal fees. I need to pay. If you really like me, even if you want to help me, buy my Bible. So we answered your question, right? Still hasn't been answered. Okay? So how do you know you're honest or not? What's the bottom line? Right here. What losses have you taken? If you have not taken any losses except for your saliva, you're not helping. Helping others requires taking a loss. If you help and you gain from it, it's not really helping. You're helping yourself. But you help and you ultimately you take a loss, I like it. That's the bottom line. No excuses. You can make as many excuses as you like. Ultimately, how much do you lose for helping? In concrete things, not just talk. Concrete things. I lost 3 hours of my time. I got nothing out of it. Not even a thank you. 2 years out of my life. And I'm not even appreciated. He's still treated like caca. You see? That's taking a loss. You're too smart and you're too used, too accustomed to men giving you things like daddy. And you look at all men like sugar daddies. Okay? You should be a sugar daddy for a change. Sugar mama for a change. That's what it takes. I'm glad we finally got to the bottom of this. Anyone else has a question? Okay? Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Master.
Yeah.
In case of you say, "Well, take a loss," and how do I know that when I take a loss, my ego not driving me to take a loss?
Your ego driving you not to take a loss?
To take a loss. Even not taking a loss, but behind it, the ego driving it.
Are you working together? Jun, answer him. What is going on?
You know you are really taking a loss.
I suspected already when he said, I don't know how to answer
when
this.
you really don't like it, you hate it, then you know your ego is not benefiting.
What? What's the Chinese answer?
When you don't really like it, you don't like it. If you like it a lot, then your ego is probably benefiting.
So Chinese. It's so abstract. This is why I struggle so much. I read all this, by the way. I couldn't ask anyone because I would ask, it's like a woman asking me, they go crazy. Okay? I hope Wei Mong has an answer. His answer a question.
Amitabha Master, just have a pretty easy question.
Easy question?
Yeah, supposedly.
Let me decide.
Well, just a monk started recently said, you meditate for 50 minutes, then it's equivalent for you to sleep 3 hours of rest. Could you comment on that? How good do I need to be to get that kind of result?
I have no idea. Easy comment. You have to go back to the woman who said so. I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay. So, what do you do when you know that, you actually have convoluted mind like, some of these people? Okay. What do you do? Very simple. Can I borrow $100 from you to demonstrate? How much do you have? 20 bucks? Okay, give me the 20 bucks. Let me borrow 20 bucks. You have no money whatsoever? You got to be kidding me. I'm demonstrating something. Okay. Give me 20 bucks. We're talking. No, I'm talking to him. No. The lesson is for him. Give me 20 bucks. When you do, you give me 20 bucks. Is it for me or for you? I'm going to take it. I'm not returning it. Thank you. Okay? Is it for me or for you? Right now? For you. For me? I don't believe it. Do you have another 20 bucks? Just a 5? I take it. Thank you. Is it for me or for you? It's for me. Thank you. I'm buying ice cream tonight. You have any other 5s left? In the interest of time and running out of time, how many more bills you have? Okay, give me everything. Yeah. And bring your wallet. Do you have a credit card? You get the point? You see the point I'm making? What point am I making? What am I teaching him? Exactly. If you're not sure, don't ask. Don't make excuses like Narcissa. is, all my payments are tied up to my bank. Okay, that's an excuse. If you're not sure, you give more. And you give more. And you give more. And you do that, I guarantee you, one day you say, I understand now why Master needs more money. I mean, no, not me. You give more and more and more and more if you're not sure. Use that doubt there, that hesitation there. The only way for you to overcome it is to give more next time, and more next time. And keep on giving more and more, and one day, boom, you get it. That's the secret. You cannot talk like they talk and talk and talk, Oh no, I really like you, but you don't understand my circumstances. Okay? My dad is rich, but it's not my money yet. And for another 20 years. And my answer, I take a note. A CD. You see that? That's the point. The point is that it's not just you, but that process is you learn to give more, a little bit more next time. And don't ever be satisfied that I gave enough. I gave enough is a sickness. You try to give more and more and more. Then you understand. You don't try to give more, then you're stingier than hell. And that's where it's hiding. Yeah, any questions? Well, I remind you, time is up. But go ahead. Because I don't want to go back here till, he has no more money. I clean him out. Do we have ice cream tonight? Or I need to plan ahead.
It's a comment, Master. It's not a question. I've been hanging out with them. I think the problem that they're having is that sometimes they're too focusing on doing the good thing, and that good thing is labeled as a good thing, and it indulge their ego. So I think for their situation, the best way is just not pay attention to doing good, but it's more like if you want to be better, you just focus on being less selfish. So there's no I in there. There's no I help, I'm good, or...
Too complicated. My approach is better. Give more to Master. See? In his mind right now, has no more money, paper money in his wallet. It's lighter. True or not? Before, his mind says, I have money. That money there is still in his head. Now he says, I have zero money. Hallelujah. Thank you, Master. Hey, yes, you too.
Yes, Master. Dharma Sister Victorina Sprout wants people to know that your ego will fight you if you do take a true loss.
Yeah, true. That's why you ignore it. You give more. It's very simple. You give more. If they fight you and they bitch and moan, if your ego bitches and moans, which it does, you acknowledge it by giving more next time. A little bit more next time. And pretty soon he says, I give up. I'm not going to bitch and moan anymore, because every time I bitch and moan, what happens? He gives more. This is not good for me. You like my solution? Just give it to me. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Nyangdi Busamo Sai Namo Ching Nyangdi Busamo Sai Namo Ching Nyangdi Busamo 좌지 우인체 공두이 체구어셔리즈 스프이공 공부이스 스지시공 공지시스 쇼상신시一不如是舍利子，须知八空相，不生不灭，不过不净，不净不增，虚过空中无私，无修相心事。无言而明，小生你无色想象为诸法，无眼见那些，无意识界，无名亦无明尽，那 己无老死，亦无老死尽，无故寂灭道，无记无得，亦无所得果，菩提萨埵，依般若波罗蜜多故，心能怪，无怪故，无有恐怖，愿力颠倒梦想，究竟涅槃，三世之风，依般若波罗蜜多故，得阿耨多罗三藐三菩提，故知般若波罗蜜多，是大圣者，是大明者，是上者，是等等者，能持一切过，诚实不生，无所不能，般若蜜多者，即舍者也。揭谛揭谛，般若揭谛，般若僧揭谛，菩提萨婆诃。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多多揭多耶，多地耶，多阿弥陀佛比，阿弥陀悉达婆比。阿弥陀毗迦兰帝，阿弥陀毗迦兰多，切弥尼切揭诺，悉多迦利娑婆。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多多揭多耶，多地耶，多阿弥陀佛比。阿弥陀悉达婆毗，阿弥陀毗迦兰帝，阿弥陀毗迦兰多，切弥尼切揭诺，悉多迦利娑婆。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多多揭多耶，多地耶，多阿弥陀佛比，阿弥陀悉达婆毗，阿弥陀毗迦兰帝，阿弥陀毗迦兰多，切弥尼切揭诺，悉多迦利娑婆。南无萨瓦旦多耶多，瓦尔揭谛，安三不拉，三不拉嗡。南无萨瓦旦多耶多，瓦尔揭谛，安三不拉，三不拉嗡。南无萨瓦旦多耶多，瓦尔揭谛，安三不拉，三不拉嗡。南无斯日波耶，旦多耶多耶，大智多啊，斯日斯日。波拉斯日波拉斯日娑婆。南无斯日波耶，旦多耶多耶，大智多安，斯日斯日。波拉斯日波拉斯日娑婆。南无斯日波耶，旦多耶多耶，大智多安，斯日斯日。波拉斯日波拉斯日 sabha ayena sambhava parilaum ayena sambhava parilaum ayena sambhava parilaum liên chiến hai về khai